So I want to talk about three important elements of business and gaming that you need to be aware of to complete any business successfully, or to complete a gamification program in a business successfully. And it also applies to actually creating and designing a game. So if you're creating apps, you need to be aware of this. So what are the three elements? It's quite simple: objective, outcomes, and also activities. It's very, very simple. We all need to have a clear objective. We're all, the commonality between business and games is that common element of driven by an objective. As an entrepreneur, one has to set goals regarding their business. What do they want to establish a business for? Is it to gain profit? Is it to gain exposure? Is it meeting the demand of certain peoples? Is there a lack of market? All these objectives may or may not have become the motivation of the business. Gaming is driven by the same motivational elements, and they get layered into game mechanics and social mechanics and game dynamics and all this other type of stuff, it's all the same words. It's all motivations and motivational elements. It is a game to enhance the skills of people. It is dedicated to a specific group of people. In other words, both must always have an objective, and these objectives will always become the direction of the business. So what is the objective? Next, the important element is outcomes. Next to objectives is always outcomes, because objectives cause and create outcomes. Both businesses and gaming needs to have a clear outcome or possible outcomes from action that's taken. Hence, you then introduce points, badges, leaderboards, rewards wrapped around these outcomes to positively reinforce the behavior and actions you actually want to achieve. So what happens if I poke something on the ground? What happens if I comment or share this article? What happens if I click this button? These are all the outcomes that you need to be thinking about and breaking down significantly to be aware of when you're applying business objectives and creating the outcomes you want in your business and in the gamification process. The next part is actually activities. Another element we need to take care of is the activities within the business, which is what we're going to be gamifying, and games also have all these other activities. And you need to be very, very clear on what is working. Where are they working? What are all the activities and the elements that make up this entire outcome to meet our objective? So let's wrap these back into these three things. It's outcomes, objectives, and activities. And really, my tip here is if you really sit down and define these three and define all the activities, you're going to see the progression required to go from zero to mastery. And then it's going to be able to be very clear to show the progression that a user needs to take to become successful. And then you wrap your game mechanics and game elements. Define these three elements, and you're going to be able to create a very successful gamification process to any business. So that's my tip on these things. Defining these three elements is going to be very successful. Check out the Game or Die formula for more information about gamification and gamifying your business, and actually how simple it is and how we can help you achieve those results.